I am 34. If you are in your 20s, watch this, because what I'm about to say can change the entire trajectory of your life. I do not care if you are 21, 25, or 29 years old. The truth is, the habits you build in your 20s decide whether your 30s are free and full of opportunity, or whether you wake up broke, unhealthy, and full of regret. In this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime bag. So, subscribe. Let me get real with you. When you are in your 20s, you think you have got time. You think you will figure it out later. You think the world is going to wait for you while you experiment, while you drift, while you find yourself. But the truth is, the world does not wait. Rent does not wait. Bills don't wait. Debt does not wait. And when you wake up at 30 with nothing to show for your 20s except a wasted time, it hits you like a punch in the gut. I have seen it happen to friends. I have seen it happen to family. And if you are not careful, it will happen to you. But here's the good news. There is a way to flip that script. There is a way to take 3 short years of your 20s and turn them into a foundation that will carry you for the rest of your life. And that path, for me, was the US military. Now, let me stop you right there. I'm not telling you to join because it is easy. I'm not telling you to join because it is glamorous. I'm telling you this because the military can give you 2 things your generation is starving for: discipline and direction. And once you have those, everything else falls into place. Your health, your money, your relationships, your opportunities. Let's start with discipline. If you are in your 20s, you probably already feel it. You want to look good. You want to be strong. You want to be confident. But most young men don't have the discipline to wake up at 5 a.m. and hit the gym. They do not have the discipline to stop scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. in the morning and actually sleep. They do not have the discipline to keep promises to themselves, let alone to anyone else. That is why they drift. That is why they waste their prime years. The military does not give you a choice. You will wake up early. You will train your body. You will eat, sleep, and move on a schedule. And after a few months of that, something shifts. You realize you can do more than you thought. You realize you can endure more than you imagined. You realize that the same discipline that got you through basic training can now get you through business, relationships, and life. And that sticks with you forever. Long after you ETS, like you leave the military, long after you take off the uniform, the discipline remains. And that is priceless. Now, let's talk about fitness. Everyone in their 20s wants to look good with their shirt off. Everyone wants to feel strong when they walk into a room. The military forces you to get in shape. You are running, lifting, training daily. You don't just get stronger, you build habits. You learn how to push through pain. You learn how to take care of your body. And that carries over. Civilians pay thousands for gyms, trainers, and courses to get the body the military gave me for free. And here is the crazy part. While civilians were wasting their 20s, drinking every weekend and sleeping in, I was stacking discipline, stacking fitness, and stacking money at the same time. Now, let's hit money, because I know that is what you care about. Most people in their 20s are broke. Student loans, credit cards, entry-level jobs. They live paycheck to paycheck, drowning before they even start. But the military flips that. You get paid to save, sure, but the real wealth is in the benefits. The VA disability check that can pay you $4,500 a month tax-free for life. The VA loan that lets you buy a house with 0 down and no PMI. The GI Bill that pays you to go to school. Yes, pays you, not the other way around. I personally made more than $2,500 a month just to sit in class for years, while I already had a full-time IT job. My rent at the time was $1,400. The rest covers groceries, gas, bills, and still left me extra. And they don't ask for receipts. Some veterans live with their family and just pocket the difference. That is not just cool, that is cash flow. So let's do some quick math. Let's say you save 3 years in your early 20s. You get out at 24 or 23 years old, 25, maybe 26, let's say. You file for VA disability and walk away with $2,000 or to $4,500 a month for life. That is the equivalent of a $70K salary after taxes. On top of that, you can use the VA loan to buy a duplex, live in one unit, and have tenants pay the mortgage. You are living rent-free. Then you use the GI Bill to study and collect another $2,500 a month. Now, you are in your mid-20s, pulling in $7,000 a month tax-free while going to school. and owning property. That is not fantasy. That is my reality. And it can be yours if you play it smart. But here's the part nobody tells you. The money is great, but the mindset is greater. The military does not just hand you benefit, it hands you discipline, integrity, and resilience. Those are the traits that build empires. Those are the traits that keep marriages strong. Those are the traits that turn average kids into leaders. And those are the traits most young men never develop because no one ever forces them to. Now, let me paint you a picture. Imagine two young men, both 22 years old. The first one spent his 20s like most people, working a dead-end job, spending weekends partying, putting everything on credit cards, drifting with no plan. By 30, he is broke, out of shape, and already cynical about life. The second one signs a 3-year contract. By 25, he's out, disciplined, fit, and collecting $3,000 a month tax-free for life. He owns a house with a VA loan. He is in school getting paid to study, and he has a resume that screams discipline and responsibility. And trust me, when you are in the military, they choose your resume before any civilian resume. As a veteran, keep that in mind. Which life would you rather live? That is the difference a single decision can make in your 20s. Now, I know some of you will say, the military is not for me. I do not want to be yelled at. I do not want to deploy. I do not want to follow others. I get it. It is not easy. But let me ask you, how is your alternative working out for you so far? How is the 9-to-5 grind at your job you hate? How is the debt piling up? How is the lack of purpose? Because the truth is, life is going to be hard no matter what. The question is, do you want temporary hardship that buys you freedom forever, or permanent hardship that keeps you broke forever? See, the military is not just about saving your country. It is about saving your future self. It is about compressing decades of struggle into a few years of sacrifice. It is about trading a short contract for lifelong benefit. And when you understand that, you realize it is not just a career move. It is a cheat code. Let me be honest with you. Listen. When I first came to America, as you can notice, I have a strong accent. I did not have much. I did not speak much English. I did not have connections. I did not have a plan. The military gave me discipline. It gave me money. It gave me direction. And now, at 34, I look back and realize those 3 years shaped everything that came after. Not just the benefit I collect every month, but the man I became. And that's why I'm telling you this, because I do not want you to waste your 20 years drifting, lost, and broke. So here's my challenge to you. If you are in your 20s and you feel stuck, if you are broke, if you are unhealthy, if you have no discipline, consider the military. Not as forever plan, but as a launchpad. You can get in and get out. You can make it as a career if you want to. 3 years to build your body, build your mind, and build your bag. 3 years to gain discipline, integrity, and resilience that will serve you for life. 3 years to earn benefits civilian cannot even imagine. And then you get out, still in your 20s, with money, discipline, and momentum. That is not a loss. That is a win. Don't waste your 20s. Use them to build. Use them to transform. Because I'm 34 and I don't regret the path I took. But I wish someone told me this when I was your age. Drop a comment if you have any questions about the military and I will answer them. Watch this video that YouTube thinks that you will like, that will be helpful to you. If this video helped you, subscribe for more plays that turn service into freedom. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.